Welcome to Triple D Hot Takes, where we bringing you live from Zorn, Texas, in the San Marcos Insurance Agency studio. We've got Garrett Dietert, Kyle Dietert, and myself, Hank Dietert. And we're going to bring you tonight the recap roundup of the semifinals. We'll get you offensive, defensive players of the week, player stats, team stats for this upcoming national championship game, along with some of our over-under predictions, and then the Triple D Pick'em, who we picked tonight to be your national champions. So, all right, guys, how are y'all tonight?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I feel like, I'm doing really good. Gary, how are you feeling after the stomach bug that you had the past couple of days, or a couple days ago?
Yeah, a couple days ago, but hey, we're feeling great now. We're just excited to crown a national champion. You know, it's been a long season, so very interesting to see how it's going to all wrap up. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, and just another congratulations for Garrett for, I know this is so off topic, but congratulations for getting your white coat, Garrett.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's a big deal, right? You know, I would think that's a big deal. Because,
well, we made it past the books, basically. Now he's on to the physical stuff.
Yeah, going to the clinicals. Like you get.
Now we're on to treating people, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be like cracking them and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun time. So
yeah. Just want to see people get better, you know. So
buddy,
what we love to do.
Yep. So I guess on to our first topic, which is the recap roundup of the semifinals, and so we'll bring that in right now. And there it is. So wow,
we love to see it. Yeah. Jumping straight in this first one, Miami and Ole Miss, definitely something to congratulate Ole Miss, or well, not much of Ole Miss about it, but Ole Miss did move the ball against Miami. They just couldn't finish the drives consistently, really, against them. So that's what really hurt them in this game, I feel like. And Miami definitely showed their physicality in this game and definitely proved themselves against a great SEC opponent, really. Gary, you got anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, of course. You know me. But I loved how this game kind of evolved. I think starting off this game, we saw a lot of this Miami style of offense, Miami style of play, where they played really hard, tackled really hard, played really good on the defense side of the ball. Ole Miss couldn't do anything. And then Miami, slow, methodical drives, got some points, you know, took care of business. And then Ole Miss kind of started clicking on offense. You know, they had the big break by Lacey. He scored their first touchdown for Ole Miss. They kicked a couple field goals after that. And then after that, their offense seemed to get a groove going. Miami was in a little bit of a slump, made this game super interesting. And then Miami, when they needed to, their offense had to step up, make big plays. I think they got the ball back with about 3 minutes left of the fourth. They had to kick at least a field goal. They go down, Carson Beck scores, runs it in. Huge drive for Miami. And I think that really kind of encompassed how this Miami team is not just relying on their defense. When Carson Beck and this offense needs to perform, Malachi Tony needs to step up, they do. So hats off to Miami. I mean, hats off to Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss had a great season this year, especially after all that Lane Kiffin drama. I think they played a great game. They've had a great season, but I think just Miami was just a little bit better, a little bit more talent. Right. So
hey,
that was my take.
Yeah, I got a couple comments already.
All right.
I got from Kaylee Dietert. Yeah, howdy, y'all. And Miguel Rada, he's saying good morning with the emoji on.
Wait, what did he say?
He said good morning. I guess that's what it feels like. He must have just woke up, you know.
Hey, time is relative.
And Cooper Newman comments, let's go Indiana for the natty, you know, so.
Oh, he's already making his picks.
Yeah,
okay.
he's already just now let's get it over with right now. Let's just move on, right? So, yeah, and
well, speaking of Indiana.
Yeah, talking about Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what a show these guys put on.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I mean, just offense, defense, everything seemed to be clicking. Even special teams.
Special teams. Yeah, they blocked a punt in that dang game. Yeah.
Hey, you're still in my notes, dang it.
But they were the, they were the team that we thought they were. It's kind of like going back, to the old Minnesota coach, and he says, they are who we thought they were. So they showed it that day. But go ahead, Kyle. You had some things you wanted to say.
Oh yeah, nah. This one was definitely, this was a statement blowout, not just a win. Okay, like I'm telling you, it was a huge blowout. Definitely a huge one for Indiana. But yeah, nah. Indiana dominated offense, defense, and discipline. They really were disciplined throughout this game, and they really proved themselves. Definitely, Oregon looked overwhelmed in the start of this game and really never recovered. It seemed like. But yeah, this game definitely changed the national perspective or precision on Indiana, really, as a team, as a program.
Yeah, Miguel said, no, it's just been a long day. So,
yeah, he's been working.
Time's relative, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
No, I agree. I agree with that 100%, Kyle. I think if you remember right, Indiana got a pick six on Oregon's first offensive play. I mean, that just kind of set the tone. I think we talked about this, Dad, that this Indiana team is one of the most well-coached, most well-disciplined teams we've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think they do all the little things right. They prepare week in, week out, unbelievably well. This is a very well-coached team. Poor Oregon, they were probably having nightmares and flashbacks to when they played Ohio State last year in the playoffs, and they were down 42-7 or 35-7, whatever it was at half. This Indiana team put it on them. This Indiana team does remind me a lot of that Ohio State team from last year. just firing on all cylinders, complete, well-rounded team. I don't know if they can be stopped right now. I think they are the complete team. So very impressive performance.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in the next segment.
You're ready.
Keep it rolling.
Jump in the next one.
You're ready to keep it rolling.
All right. So
not too much to talk about that game.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just trying to keep it pretty short and sweet because we all know who's going to win this week.
This is what it's all about, having fun too, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you got to have some fun with this too, because it's not just about doing one thing or another. It's about doing everything you can, man. So, the next topic. Yeah, you got helmet stickers, and we're going to talk about we'll talk about those guys that we thought did really well. And this week, it seemed to be one team that really did it well with their players.
Well, there's no other team really you pick from.
Okay. Let's see if we get.
All I'm saying is Carson Beck would be pretty upset. He put on a show, not gonna lie, but
Gary, you can't compete with 5 touchdowns. You can't compete with 5 touchdowns.
So Fernando Mendoza. Just a rock for Indiana, and not making very many mistakes at all. But
my notes keep it pretty simple. You got calm, composed, and playoff ready quarterback. Hey, his stats tell you it already. You can see it. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
They're not like, you got 300
his yards aren't crazy
or whatever, but he managed the game well. And, we talked about quarterbacks that do it. Carson Beck, we've talked about that. And, he had that, I think he managed the game well. Fernando Mendoza did, and he, with the completion rate, not making mistakes, and doing what he needs to when it was down in the red zone. That's a key. Don't make those mistakes in the red zone, and he didn't. And 5 touchdowns. Wow. So, hey, talk about this D'Angelo Ponds. Which one of you guys want to comment on this guy?
This notes is pretty simple. Pick 6 was the momentum killer right there.
First play of the game.
Yeah.
That's first play of the game.
Yeah. There was no momentum to be had, you know, right? I mean, what momentum other than for Indiana? Jeez.
It was the first play. He killed it. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, momentum killer. Yeah. I mean, they never had any because they didn't even get started. Oregon, that is.
Don't matter. He still killed it.
He didn't let him get going.
The point is, you can't set the tone to a game better off than having a pick six to start the game. I mean, you talk about full dominant defense. You talk about a dominant performance from Indiana, and it all started from this pick six by D'Angelo Pons. Hats off to him. Heck of a game, man.
All I got to say is Oregon made Texas Tech look really bad after this game.
Yeah. That
I still blame the
bye. Tech look too good. That's right. I agree, man. I agree.
Tech had a bye.
Yeah.
Hey, so did Indiana.
Yeah. And then
no, but this Indiana team, man, impressive stuff for sure.
Yeah. And you know, now moving on a little bit here, but we got to give a big shout out to Mike Butler. He's the
insurance guy.
Insurance guy, and he was going to come join us tonight as a special guest, but he's not feeling too well. So we still want to give him a big shout out and let him know that hey, he takes care of insurance from auto to home and everything in between, and make sure get on his website there and we hope you feel better, Mike. I hope you're out there watching us if you can, and all our best wishes, man.
Yeah. Hope you feel better, Coach.
Yeah, he coached these young boys here, and I got to coach alongside them as well, in youth football and baseball and just about everything else, right?
Yep.
So, all right. So we'll be moving right along. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So our next segment, player stats. But before that, I'm going to jump into
the game to watch.
What game is that? And wow, it's the national championship game.
Hey, we're talking about basketball here, guys. Go watch some NBA.
Yeah.
Hey, like Dad said, hey, the Spurs play on Monday, and I was like, no one cares about that.
But before, it's a warm up. It's definitely a warm up to the.
That's why we have two TVs.
Game. That's right. What?
3.
2. What are you talking about? 3.
3. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, if you sit outside, you can have all 4 TVs.
Yeah. So that's the big game of the night, obviously, and it's going to be at 6:30 Central Standard Time. So,
man, that graphic looks good.
Hey, Jonathan Gonzalez says Carson Beck is getting it done.
Who said that, Jonathan?
Yeah. He said, Carson Beck's getting it done. And but what I did comment about Carson Beck in that game, he threw that one interception, but that wasn't his fault either. I mean,
he got bad at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have thrown it then.
No. But it still had a chance to be caught by his receiver too. So. But that's it. And at Hard Rock Stadium, but Miami gets the home game basically there at their own stadium. I guess that's probably what their big incentive was, that hey, we're gonna prove everybody wrong that we belong here.
Y'all looking at my notes over here or something?
So
hey, that's a big advantage for a national championship.
Yes, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody.
Well, we all were going to talk about that.
Yeah. So, let's go to our helmet stickers. And I meant to say.
Let's look at these player stats.
Oh yeah.
We'll
I could do all this, or I could do the first.
And we'll come back to the bracket. We'll take a quick look at the bracket after.
All right,
the player stats.
Oh, okay. This is season stats. So I didn't. Yeah, we can all look at their season stats. Crazy. I didn't really get to put much notes down about this segment. I just added the graphic for everybody to check it out. Their season stats, their total stats, just to get an overall view of it. Yeah. But I actually broke down the playoff stats of each player and each game they played in. All the important ones, really.
Yeah, but but when you look at the overall season stats, I mean, it's what stands out to me is that the two quarterbacks well over 3,000 yards, and that still to me is phenomenal. Even in they've all played now 15 games, and so that's pretty.
Hey, the one thing that keeps popping up on my phone is the Joe Burrow and Fernando Mendoza's total stats in one season. I'm like, dude, no one's gonna catch Joe Burrow, bro. This is ridiculous. 5,000 and like 500 yards. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but 41 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, man. That's a dang good stat line. And I believe Joe
Burrow did 84 touchdowns, I think it was, or something crazy like that. Yeah, and 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, no, I mean, looking at the stats and everything, I mean, I think a lot of these teams are very similar in a lot of ways. You know, I think Carson Beck has had games where he's made more interceptions. You know, hasn't played as well. Where Fernando Mendoza's played better, more consistently. But yeah, you go down the line, and I mean, these teams are very identical. You know, both these teams are able to get a lot of sacks. Mesidor and Ruben Bain for Miami, they get a heck of a lot of sacks. Indiana's got this linebacker, Hardy, man, absolute dog. He's a beast too. Playing linebacker, he's got 99 tackles on the year, 8 sacks. I mean, that's impressive stuff. So, very impressive season stat lines for both these teams, I would say for sure. Indiana leads the category in almost everything.
Oh yeah.
And what I see though, that to me that stands out, the two is Tony and Cooper, because Tony is the go-to guy, for Miami.
Not anymore.
I mean, I'm talking about. Well, I know.
Not in the playoffs.
No, he's still the go-to guy.
He's still the go-to guy. I mean, even if he hasn't done as well,
he hasn't done too. They've locked him down.
I still say they're going to look for him, all the time, and you could tell it just by the stats up there. With Indiana, they spread it around a little bit more, so that's the difference. Is what I wanted to point out, is that's why you see over 1,000 yards for Tony, because he was the go-to guy. Cooper is a great receiver, but Mendoza does spread it around a little bit more than Beck does, because they sure do look. They do look a lot to Tony. So that's what I want to point out. But Fletcher and Emby, they're pretty much a wash. I mean, both of them are good backs, and I think Fletcher's came on a little bit here.
Yeah, I was like, the playoff stats definitely shows it towards the end of the season who's actually progressing and who's not. Yeah, well, that's what I like looking at those stats, because you can really see.
You want to look at Miami's
yes
playoff stats and
I just wanted to get everybody an overall season stats and how everybody's looking now, and then I wanted to dive more into the playoff stats, because you could definitely tell who's getting shut down and who's actually
let's take a look
progressing as a player.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is what you broke down, Kyle, for
Gary. If you can read, I know it might be a little small still, but I broke it down in each game they played in. So A&M, or Ohio State, and then Ole Miss. Which you could see definitely that Carson Beck has definitely improved throughout every game he played. So basically he improved each game as the competition definitely increased throughout the playoffs. So his Ole Miss game is definitely where, yes, of course his percentage was worse, but he had more passing yards in that game. And he did throw an interception that y'all clearly said that wasn't his fault. And then running back, Fletcher's doing an amazing job. He still doesn't have a rushing touchdown, which is crazy to think of. But he's been getting great yards.
They gave it to the other dude this last game against Ole Miss. They got all the way down to the goal line and then gave it to number 6. I forgot his name, but yeah.
Like it says here in my notes, he's the true workhorse for this team. Physical running back. He's there to do everything really for that offense. And then we talked about Malachi Tony, and then this kid is definitely proven himself. The senior, God dang it, Marion. Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job with this team. The last game he went off. He had amazing stats. He had 7 receptions, 114 yards, receiving, and then he had 1 touchdown, which he's doing a phenomenal job for that offense. He's been their true wide receiver right now at this point because they've been shutting down Tony. Defenses are figuring it out to cover Tony. Definitely opens up somebody else to prove themselves, really.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of Malachi Tony's getting bracketed a lot, but you still look at him against A&M. He scores a touchdown to take the lead. Against Ole Miss, he scores a touchdown to take the lead on a bubble screen. I mean, Malachi Tony's an absolute weapon and one of the best receivers in the country right now, if you ask me, especially as a freshman.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, a lot of Ohio State did a really good job of bracketing him and shutting him down on the defensive side of the ball, which that's Ohio State, and they have a good defense, and you can
Ohio
see the same
State
against
did the
Marion.
best.
But he's still making big plays in the big time moments. So I think he's played a heck of a job in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's not always about how many receptions and how many yards. When it comes down to scoring touchdowns in the red zone, I think that's such a key. Both of these teams, because I mentioned that about Mendoza and Indiana. I mean, they score, and they score in the red zone. So, and that's what Tony does for you. Gives you that extra option. And when everything's so tight, he can open things up.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one quick question for y'all. Y'all ready? Is Miami at its best when Fletcher is controlling the pace of the game?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
When Miami is playing Miami style of football, which is, I think, slow control, long drives, Carson Beck doesn't have to do too much. They run the ball, hit a few checkdowns, methodical drives down the field. I think that's when they're at their best. We've seen them this last game where they had to open it up, spread the field, throw a lot of passes not down the field, but 10, 15 yards at a time, and it worked. They got it done. That's how they scored on the game-winning drive. So they can do it, but I think they're playing their best when they're in control of the game. They're playing slow, methodical football.
Hey, I do have another comment, and you're right, Garrett. But do have Donovan said that Mario Cristobal is the answer to the game. He's the next big-time coach. Hey,
is he really? Want Miami to win this, huh?
So,
Jonathan, how much did you bet on this game? I know you bet.
But
I will say,
go ahead, Garrett.
I will say, Mario Cristobal, man, he's done a heck of a job with this Miami team. You could tell the intensity every time he looks to someone, or every time he talks to someone or looks at someone on the sideline. It means so much to him and this team, and I think he's done a dang good job of this Miami team. They're pretty well disciplined. They played good all-around football, so he's done a bang-up job, man. I'll give him that. I don't know if he's – now, Kirk Cinetti's setting a fine, high line, in my opinion. I think he's definitely one of the best coaches we've seen in a long time, or has the possibility of being, let's say that.
Yeah, well, now let's look at Indiana's playoff players.
Well, we didn't even get to talk about Miami's defense, but we're good, I guess.
Oh, you didn't talk?
Hey,
no, we didn't.
All you got to know about Miami's defense is you got Mesidor and Bain on the outside. They've had Bain's got 4 sacks in the playoffs, and Mesidor's got 3.5. I mean, this Miami defense is all built by this defensive line. Oh, yeah.
Hey, my notes right here, it literally says, defense thrives on discipline, not chaos.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, they do a lot of both, man. I'll tell you what, this Miami defense is legit. That defensive line is, I think, the best defensive line.
All right, G, I got another question for you. Can Miami generate enough pressure against Indiana?
Absolutely. Okay. I think it's going to be a lot tougher. I think this is probably one of the best offensive lines Miami's going to have to play this season. I think this is the best offensive line in the country, even though they didn't win the award. But hey. I think this Indiana team offensive line is the backbone of that Indiana team, where Miami's backbone of their team is their defensive line. So it's going to be a good head-to-head matchup. I think Miami's going to be able to get them in a 3rd and long and get some pressure in them, but it won't be as common as we've seen.
You're telling me SMU's offensive line wasn't the best offensive line they've seen?
Sadly, no. But even Ohio State's
who else did Miami lose to? I can't even think.
Louisville.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how Louisville pulled that crap off.
Yeah, but speaking of Indiana's offensive line, let's jump into Indiana. Why don't we?
Yeah.
Did y'all realize? Fun fact: I was watching the Inside College Football earlier. That the center for Miami won the MVP of the Rose Bowl against Alabama. They gave the MVP to the center. I was like, man, this is awesome, bro. Like, heck yeah.
Why?
Yeah, no, I talked to.
Give it to the,
Well, tell everybody out there, Garrett. Why is that special to you?
I told Dad about that.
Yeah, we
well,
talked.
I
about
think
it.
it's special because I mean, you know, offensive lineman. I used to be offensive lineman center specifically, but you know, you don't
A
get as much
two-time
credit.
All-State center. So go ahead.
Yeah, offensive MVP for Navarro High School. No.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's why. Yeah, I know that's special to you
But
for that.
I mean, I think it's such a cool thing because you got a Heisman quarterback right behind you, and instead of giving the MVP to him, who probably deserved it, they gave it to the center, which I think that offensive line deserved it. This offensive line for Indiana does all the hard work. I mean, you just watch the game and you see the holes they create. How much time they give Fernando Mendoza is insane. I mean,
But-
it's a lot easier being a quarterback when you got 6-7 seconds back there to throw the ball compared to only a couple. So.
And they're not the biggest line that we
No.
see out there. I mean, because we see Alabama was their line was much bigger, and you see what these guys. I've said it before in the past in our other shows that these guys on that offensive line for Indiana are fast and athletic and strong. And I mean, they know what they're doing. They can pick up blitzes, they can shift, they can do the things, and especially in the run game, they just do phenomenal job of moving laterally and making holes, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I believe during the season they were the 5th highest ranked Russian offense in the country this year. So I mean, it says so much about this offensive line. And the reason I really love the center too is because I mean that's usually the leader. He's making all the checks, you know, blitz coverages and stuff like that, or blitz pickups and stuff like that. So yeah, I love this Indiana offensive line. I said it last time in the show. The difference between this Indiana team from last year to this year is obviously a lot of experience. But it comes down to 100% this offensive line. It is 10 times better than last year. They are playing extremely well football, and yeah, it makes the world of a difference, obviously. So,
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, and so with the offensive player stats, Kyle, you wanted to go over some of those?
Oh yeah. Fernando Mendoza rarely puts the ball in harm's way, so we could definitely see it by his stats. Completion rate. He thrives under pressure. We know that. He loves it. But he hasn't had much, you know.
I don't think any quarterback loves
And then-
pressure, Kyle.
Yeah, no,
so,
the
but-
crazy stats here is you think about it, looking at it. But look at the running back. You got fresh legs every drive, it seems like. You got 2 running backs putting up great yardage. And then the physical late game for the runners, really. They're doing a phenomenal job keeping them physical. They're always there. And they're keeping the defense guessing a lot. They're doing a great job with switching in these backs and changing it up, really. Indiana's doing a phenomenal job with especially having 2 great running backs
Right.
compared to Miami's sticking to their 1,
well, Miami's got that other guy that's pretty good too. So,
which is it Brown? God, I forgot what his last name was.
something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think
I
it's
know it's
something
number
like that.
6 for sure. I know he's number 6. I can tell you that.
And then
But
we got Elijah Surratt. I don't know how to say his name. It's really difficult. But the
Surratt.
big play threat, and he's definitely their target when they get down in the red zone. He's definitely one of their true targets they look at for scoring situations.
yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Now, defensive
Yeah, I mean-
players. Go ahead, Garrett.
Oh, no, yeah. Defense players, you got D'Angelo Pons and Roha Hardy and Aiden Fisher. All these guys, you know, are doing it extremely well. Like, it's doing an extremely good job of keeping everything in front of them, playing hard. You can see the amount of tackles for losses they got, how many tackles they're getting. You know, I mean, it says a lot about this Indiana defense. I think this Indiana defense is very sturdy. They don't give up big plays. They stop you on 1st and 2nd down, force you into 3rd and long. And then when you're in 3rd and long, that's when they can get the pressure, get to the quarterback, get sacks. So overall, this defense has been really impressive this year. Very underrated aspect of this Indiana offense is their defensive players because no one talks about their defense, but this defense is absolutely lights out. I think they're 2nd or 3rd in the country for almost every category. So hats off to this Indiana defense. And then like I was saying about Indiana offense, I mean, look at it. They got 2 running backs almost pushing 100 yards a game. Like, their offensive line is doing an absolute fantastic job. When you have a quarterback throwing 87.5%, 85%, pretty much 86% completion rating, that means he's throwing accurate passes. He's got time to throw the ball, most importantly. and he's able to make good decisions. So it says
All right.
a lot about
Yeah.
this Indiana team. And
G,
their
you ready
offensive line.
for a question?
yeah,
I already know the
Yeah.
answer, but is this the most complete defense Miami has faced? And you're going to say no, because it's Ohio State. Gee, what are you going to say about this? You think
Yeah,
Indiana's
I-
defense is...
I think Indiana's defense is good, and it's really good at what they do. Yeah, I don't know if they overall. I don't think they're as good as Ohio State's defense, just because I think Ohio State has a better defense overall. But I think this Indiana defense is right there. Obviously, when Ohio State and Indiana played each other, it was a low-scoring defensive game. So both these defenses are top tier. But I think Miami will have a hard time with this Indiana defense. But if they're able to play the same style of football they played against Ohio State, and they're able to stop Indiana's offense, they'll stay in this football game for sure.
Hey, one more comment came aboard. It's, hey, Kyle, your hair looks good. Like a lot, LOL. That was from Nicole Ronshausen. So
That's crazy.
so I thought I'd throw that one in there. But Garrett, when you mentioned Indiana's defense, one thing I wanted to point out, I think it was Greg McElroy from the broadcast on ESPN when he mentioned the fact he showed how they worked in concert. And the guys are unselfish. You'll take your defensive tackle. He goes and he kicks out. He pushes the tackle out, and the guard follows him, but he then kicks that tackle out. And then the defensive end cuts on the inside as, the defensive tackle makes the block, and then they end up stripping the ball, and the guy that was unselfish and went and took the tackle out went around and got the fumble recovery too. So, I mean, working in concert is just something that Indiana does very well, and they're unselfish. And they're not worried about, hey, I'm getting the sack. I want the stat, It's no, hey, you can get the sack, but, hey, you know what? I got rewarded with the fumble recovery. So, and that's the way they work.
I couldn't agree more, Yeah, and I think that all stems down from, Kirk Cinetti and their style, their coaching style, that coaching staff over there, and how disciplined they teach their boys and how unselfish they play. I mean, we've talked about this, I think, before, but the amount of, they don't have a bunch of 4, 5-star, 3-star athletes over there. It's a bunch of, 1-star, no-star athletes that are just playing hard for each other. They just love each other. They play for each other, and it shows on the field. And you can definitely see that, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So, huge respect to that Indiana defense.
Oh, yeah.
And Cooper Newman said the O-line for Indiana are some dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
dogs,
They're not the Bulldogs, but they're some dogs.
Yeah.
They some players, bro.
And let's go ahead and look at that playoff bracket, how these two teams got there. And we'll show you that with a little bit of a special effect. All right. Everything's red because that's our theme colors is red.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't have anything to do with Indiana, right?
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy to think at this
Foreshadowing
point. Miami got all the way to this point, and they weren't even supposed to be in this playoff. A lot of people didn't want them in. It's crazy to think of now looking at it. Personally, I probably would have moved Miami where Oklahoma was and probably put Notre Dame in and kick Oklahoma out. Basically looking at it.
Looking back, but yeah, I mean, you go with the team.
Wasn't it Notre Dame on the board or on the border? Not.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, that's
BYU
Oklahoma
Miami,
pretty much.
BYU and UT were
Oklahoma
on the
pretty
fence
much had a
too,
shot.
but I probably would have put Notre Dame. Notre Dame was playing their best football towards the end of the season too.
But-
I felt like.
according
I mean,
to the
I thought
committee.
if anyone was going to get bumped out, it would have been Alabama. But
Yeah, that's after the way they played against
But
Georgia.
they beat
After they played
Oklahoma.
against Georgia,
So
but-
now looking at it, they beat Oklahoma. So who would I?
Oh, okay, in the playoffs, but they're in the regular season. They lost to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in the playoff aspect, I probably would have kicked Oklahoma out then.
Yeah, but I mean,
After
but
watching that game.
Indiana playing the two games here, we're just dominating games against Alabama, which you never thought that would happen. Hold them to 3 points, and then you get Indiana just really blowing doors. The 22 points that was scored against Indiana with Oregon is not, indicative of how that game went at all, and that was kind of like a gimme at the end. And so Indiana just coming in strong, but Miami playing a very good Ole Miss team, and to get down and score and win that game the way they did, that to me was amazing as well. So
hey, Garrett, you want to see?
Hey.
Go for it, G.
No, I will say with this 12-team bracket and everything, 12-team playoffs, you definitely have to earn your way to the national championship. There is no easy road. I mean, Indiana had to play Alabama, Oregon. Now they're in the Natty. But Indiana was, or out of all the teams that have had a first-round bye, they're the only team to ever win coming off that bye. And then they beat Alabama, beat Oregon. Now they're in the Natty. And then look at a team like Miami. Like you said, Kyle, shouldn't even barely made it into the playoffs. So they had to go through A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. 3 really great football teams, in my opinion. So no matter what anyone says, I think this 12-team playoff is the best and the most deserving.
Hey, all I got to say is I'm about to get a lot of comments on this one, but let's just take Tulane and JMU out and let's put in Notre Dame and UT and make this thing crazy.
I wish, but
that's how they should have done it. I'm sorry, but JMU and Tulane.
I did see. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Beat some non-conference teams that are better. Yeah.
Well,
I did see some rumors talking about how the Big Ten and the SEC are trying to figure out if they want to go to 16 teams or 24 teams, and they have till I think the end of pretty much in like a week or two to figure out if they want to expand or they're going to keep it to 12 for the 2020.
Dude, do 24. This shit would. This crap would look epic.
Yeah,
I think 24 would be pretty fun though.
Yeah,
24 is
I think
worth
it'd be fun though.
It's still not as many games if they still have the bye. That would make me mad.
No,
don't do a bye on a 24.
They need to get rid of the bye.
Yeah, I don't like the bye.
At that point.
Even though it's gonna be a blowout, the first game, it'll be 24 versus 1, and then you know how they seed after that. But it's gonna be a blowout usually the first game. But just play it.
Yeah, let it happen. See where the chips fall.
You're already making money.
If I had my say into it, my first thing is I'm getting rid of the first round buys, and then I'm not having the national championship on a dang Monday because college football should be played on Saturday. The national championship should be on a Saturday. And I will stand on that hill until they change it because that is ridiculous. I don't care about no damn NFL games. Put the national championship on Saturday.
Yeah,
NFL
let them work around it, right? Let them.
Yeah. They play on Saturday
it.
all season long, and then all of a sudden they have to play on a dang Monday. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, because the NFL can't keep up with college football views.
Yeah, I think it's rolling right along. College football is really starting to take off even more, since they instituted the 12 team, playoffs. I think you're seeing even more excitement about it, and that means more money.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I could add a comment real quick. The most
Miguel
shocking
agreed with Kyle. I don't know exactly what, but he agreed.
Probably UT being in the playoffs.
Yeah, just get rid of JMU.
Yeah, I mean we all agree there, but can't go back now.
Garrett, did you saw what happened? That Dante Moore's coming back for another year at Oregon, but they picked up the Nebraska quarterback, which they probably offered him money to go to Oregon. So they're in a pickle right now with that quarterback and everything. The Nebraska quarterback's going to have to transfer out again from Oregon. Whatever his name is.
Dante Moore's probably going to get Dylan Raiola. Yeah, Dante Moore will probably get the start. But, I mean, they might have a little QB competition.
It screws him over because, what if they offered him money? So it's like.
Well, I mean, that's just the price you pay. I mean, that's with the transfer portal in general. Sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and you get stuck in as a backup.
That's right.
I mean, that's just how it goes.
They're just going to do what they did with Braxton Miller, just convert him into a wide receiver.
No, that guy can't play wide receiver. No. Dylan Raiola, no way. But, all right, what we got? What's next on the show here?
Yeah, well.
Team stats.
We got team stats coming
This
up,
graphic's really cool, but it might be a little too small for Garrett to see, but it's one of my favorite ones. It came out nice. I like this one.
That's good.
Yeah, we show Mendoza's all of his awards and everything, and then Miami has none.
Yeah, but to get to this point, that's better than any individual trophy, I think. So, unless you're Mendoza trying to get more money somewhere, but that,
Oh yeah. So everything you're seeing, Garrett, is on the notes, so you can always see what if you really can't see it. So yeah. One of the definitely to talk about Indiana is the higher scoring offense. Definitely, we can see that here, and then we got the better turnover margin. They're at 21 compared to Miami's 11, and then more discipline because their penalties is not as much for Indiana. They're doing a phenomenal job with that, and then the more efficient on third downs is phenomenal for this Indiana team. They're doing a great job on third downs, and then Miami, some advantages for them is battle-tested playoff run. They're doing a great job with that, running the football, I believe. No. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Decently. And then their elite
Miami's done a great job of running the football.
Oh, yeah. And then their
playoffs.
elite pass rush when clicking, really, when they're doing a great job of it. And then proven against an SEC opponent, really. They're doing a phenomenal job with that.
Well, at your stopping point, Miguel has a long comment here. Let's see if I can get everything.
What does
College
this man
football
put?
is way better than the NFL. I do think the transfer portal and NIL deals are not necessarily ruining it, but making it more interesting. And yeah, UT definitely should be in the playoffs. It's okay. We got a good upcoming year ahead. So
I hope. Yeah, we got Coleman. Coleman's a dog.
Yeah,
we'll be fine.
Hey, and then we got Smothers or Smoothers, whatever they call him, the running back from, was it NC State? Because we've heard of that name before because we talked about him.
Yeah.
He has that weird last name. We're like Smothers.
Yeah, well, we'll take what we can get right now, and that offensive line is going to be a lot better. That's for sure. Yeah, Coleman. So.
All right, G, you ready for a question? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Does playoff experience outweigh Indiana's dominance?
That's a great question. I mean, when you think of playoff experience for Miami, I don't know if anyone on that team has playoff experience except Carson Beck. Carson Beck, obviously, he's been in a playoff experience before. He's got a national championship ring, even as a backup, even if he was just a backup for Georgia. So, I mean, yeah, I think that does take a big toll into it. And, I mean, even just looking at these stats, kind of like I mentioned earlier, if Miami is able to play Miami style of football where they're able to run the ball, Carson Beck makes good decisions. Carson Beck needs to stay out of third and long. If Carson Beck can stay out of third and long, then they can keep that offense rolling, and keep drives going, and then put some points up at the end of the drive. But, that's going to be really tough against this Indiana defense, where this Indiana defense gets a lot of tackles for losses, lots of third and longs, which I think is going to be the difference maker in this game. I think at the end of the day, when we talk football, it's going to come down to defense and the offensive line, 100%. Who's going to have the better offensive line? Who's going to win in the trenches on the offensive side? And then who's going to take care of the ball, or who's going to take care of the job as a defensive line and control the trenches, stop the run, get pressure on the quarterback, things like that. So that's why, I mean, when you look at these two teams, you look at the points against: Miami, 5th ranked with 14, Indiana, 2nd ranked with 11.1. And then you look at some of these offensive stats, rushing the ball, stuff like that, and you're like, okay, so football does come down to who's got the offensive line and who's going to stop people on defense.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I will say 26 penalty yards a game for Indiana is absolutely insane. That means they are giving up very little to none penalties every game. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what we talk
I'm like, that is one of the most impressive stats I've seen in a while.
Hey, all I got to say is the huge game difference, I think, for Miami. As long as Michael Irvin and Ray Lewis is on the sideline, they got some luck.
Hey, they are at home. They are at home. That makes a difference.
Yeah, that'll make a difference. But I think the tickets are such that you'll see it pretty even in the crowd.
Yeah.
Hey,
but being at
Indiana's
home
gonna
does for
definitely
traveling.
show out.
Mendoza is home. He lives 30 minutes away from here, from the stadium.
Yeah.
They were just
that's
saying
right.
about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But what I was going to point out in this stat is I love the balance of Indiana between the run and the pass. I mean, that to me just stands out because if you can run the ball and throw the ball, I mean, what a great combination. But I mean, what stands out in Miami is that they're still not bad in rushing. I mean, they're even though it shows 72nd in the nation, I still think
in
they
the playoffs
got the yards in the playoffs when they needed it.
I feel like they really have
they've
came
almost put
around in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This doesn't
they've had
show
over
it,
100
really.
rushing yards every playoff game game. Even against Ohio State, I think they had more than 100 rushing yards, and that's more than Ohio State gave up all year. It seemed like.
Yeah, and this is just Fletcher alone. We're not even talking about Brown, the backup quarterback stats too. I didn't even include those because, of course, Fletcher is the stud.
Yeah, that's for sure. So now our
over and under.
Yeah, we'll go to our.
Let's do a little
I even have
over and
notes
under.
for these. I was like, okay.
You even have notes.
Oh my God.
You got too much time on your hands, don't you? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get a job.
Do you think I typed these notes up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get a job.
I'm getting one. Hey, if anybody wants to offer me no.
Yeah, a landscape architect internship. Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Well, now over under, you started off with combined points, Kyle. That's what you were showing us. And
heck, I think Indiana's going to get 52 alone.
Yeah, so I'm going. I'll definitely go over with combined points. Anybody out there comment on that?
You want to know what my note says? My note says Indiana averages over 42 alone. Miami's defense is ranked top 5. And then it says, does defense finally slow Indiana down? ?
Ohio State did.
God, I'm going to go over. God, I really don't know. I said it last time. We thought Indiana was going to, with Oregon, be a lot closer game, but nope.
Yeah, we do. Hey, everyone thought that game was going to be a lot closer. I don't think anyone was really expecting for Indiana to put it on them like that. So, but I will say, I agree with y'all. I'm taking the over on this one. I think this game is going to be very similar to how Georgia and how Miami and Ole Miss played, where it kind of first started out real defensive battles, a little sluggish. Then when the offense starts clicking, they'll put up some more points, especially in the fourth quarter. But yeah, give me the over. I think it'll be slightly over.
All right, Garrett. Hey, and you know what about this graphic? I just noticed, they're pulling up their cell phones. They're showing it to the people at the bottom with their cell phones.
This is live.
Jumbotron. It even has the picture of the over-under on their cell phones. It's blurred out a little bit, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's live right now. They're live in the bar watching this.
Whoa! Yeah.
I hate to tell you, I don't think that's Indiana's mascot.
Yeah.
No, it is. There's a bull.
Hoosier.
Their bull Buffalo is their mascot. I didn't know that either. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Like a Hoosier.
Because it kept on popping up, and I said, this is wrong. Kept on getting mad at me. And then I looked up the mascot. I said, what is their mascot? And it's a buffalo. So I was like, oh, my God, this is rigged.
That's weird for Hoosiers.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Anyway.
Indiana, the state of Indiana, and the name Indian, Buffalo usually goes hand in hand, too, with that, so I guess.
Well, doesn't Indiana have a lot of buffaloes, I'm guessing?
Oh, maybe a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say not anymore.
Hey, I didn't say that.
Total touchdowns.
God, do you know where Indiana's at?
Okay, shut up.
Hey, we actually drove into Indiana, Garrett. You remember?
Wait, why are y'all saying they don't have buffalo? Because it's cold?
Well, it's a lot more urbanized than.
Yeah.
Well, than what it used to be. Yeah, I bet you there was a lot of buffalo.
Yeah, at one time I would say.
They all moved up to Montana.
The state itself has Indian in it. Indiana, so Indians.
Yeah, they
Buffalo.
Killed them all. What are you talking about?
No, not the Indians. Anyways, let's go back to football. Total touchdowns for both teams. You're saying
6.
6 is the benchmark, and
All right. Indiana thrives in the red zone. And then Miami may need explosive plays. Hey, that's what I got for my notes for this one.
So what are you taking?
man,
I'm going to go over.
well, Indiana scored 5 touchdowns against Oregon, and I thought Oregon would give them a little bit more.
No,
fight.
that was the quarterback alone that had 5 touchdowns.
Right.
That's not
Well,
including the
yeah.
running backs.
Well, I mean, yeah, I meant to say Mendoza. Yeah, he had 5 touchdowns alone.
they probably had 8 touchdowns that whole game.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to be able to do that with Miami's front line.
Yeah.
And so, but I will say combined, if both teams, yeah, I go over.
Yeah, it's 3 touchdowns each if you look at it like that.
I go over. I think we'll see a score in, like 28 to 21, something like that. We'll see.
Dang, we're
Yeah,
almost
you
to
know,
an
I want to
hour.
go. I want to go over as well. I think Indiana for some reason just doesn't like to kick field goals. They score a lot of touchdowns in general. So Miami's going to have to match that. Miami's going to have to go for it on 4th down a few times. So, yeah, I'll take the over for this one as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Combined turnovers. What do you got, Kyle?
It says in my notes, Indiana protects the ball, and then Miami thrives on pressure. I don't know how the thrives on pressure helps with turnovers, but okay. God, I'm gonna take the over. Pons is gonna come out and get definitely a pick. Miami might cause a fumble for sure. And then, God, I don't know. I'm going to take the over, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit here and predict every freaking play because I have the script for the game already.
Yeah. No, that's in the NFL.
It's been in. Yeah, we say that for Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah, on Sundays, not on Saturdays. But, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this combined turnovers, and I'm thinking every time I've seen the benchmark of 3 for turnovers, I'm like, yeah, that's, to me, yes. I mean, if you had said 3.5 in this one.
It's just a tiebreaker. 3.5 doesn't matter. Only when you're betting.
You're right, but I'm saying that makes it a little more difficult to
What?
decide.
It's the same thing.
For you.
No.
All right. I'd say over, and I'm going to say over because I think that both these defenses can cause enough havoc, and combined wise, yeah, the benchmark.
Has anybody commented on these?
Yeah, Miguel has commented on some. I'll be honest here, Indiana winning it, and Kyle knows what's up. I did whoop him in college pick'em. I've been whooping.
Yeah, he did whoop all right.
Yeah, and then he also said, "I'm gonna snitch on myself here, though. I did follow Hank's picks, so, and we're getting ready to get to that. But combined turnovers, yeah, we all said, oh, didn't we say over them all?
Hey,
these?
wait.
You haven't gone?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, Garrett. I jumped in front, and I thought you were already done. Go ahead.
Oh, no. This one, I think, is an easy one for me. I'm taking the under. I think both these teams are well disciplined. They take care of the football. I see this game being a low turnover game, more of who can move the ball against who. So give me the under on this one.
So you
I think
see a
there
lot
might
of
be 2 at most.
So
Maybe one.
Yeah, so you're saying the punter's going to be punting a lot in this game, not necessarily going down the
I think
field
we'll see more
scoring.
punts than turnovers, yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
As long
see
as
that
Carson Beck,
well.
if Carson Beck has more than 2 or 3 turnovers, then Miami has no chance.
Yeah.
But if he
yeah.
doesn't, they have a chance.
Make sure to subscribe and like on
Please
Facebook and all.
subscribe.
Yeah.
We haven't had a subscriber since Joey Croft came to town.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Poor
joking.
guy. Tell your friends, share, get this out there for us.
Yeah, please share with
Yeah.
family and friends.
Yeah, I mean,
Miguel.
Even if they just subscribe.
yeah, and so yeah, I mean, our next one we'll get to. We'll get to the close to the end of the show. We'll go
Kaylee,
in-
make sure you let your family and friends know out there.
Yeah, and anybody and everybody that you can let them know we're out there. We're having fun with it too, and they can have fun with us as
The
well.
Pick'em Records, Garrett, you suck.
You got Pick'em Records, right? So, yeah, we'll see also.
Yeah, let's see them records.
Well, wait. We got to give Mike over here, Mike Butler, his little website for his insurance. That we're in the San Marcos Insurance Agency studio tonight, so we'll let everything speak for itself there, and then we'll get to our picks right now, and we'll come over to our little page here, and I'll bring up our picks as well. So here's our pick 'em records. So look who's up top now.
This is rigged.
Yeah, you could tell.
Way to go, Miami.
Hey, Garrett. Now, the only way to pull... Yeah, that sucked. Okay, that really made me mad. I can't believe Ole Miss choked. How the heck?
Right. Well, I mean,
Just the SEC way, apparently, nowadays.
yeah, I wasn't
Wow.
as good in the postseason.
They haven't won a national championship in the last 3 years.
Oh, really?
Maybe 4.
Yeah. What?
Georgia has
Because
it?
it was Michigan, Ohio State, and then either Indiana or Miami this year. Before
For a
that,
little bit. Yeah.
SEC isn't dominant anymore.
Well, I guess
could be the Big Ten.
we're at the point.
It's the
to
Big
where-
12.
It's the Big 12.
It's the ACC.
Well,
Could be, sure.
God, no.
yeah.
One
Miami didn't
team,
win the
maybe.
ACC.
One team. Not...
Wow, this is
Hey,
it,
Duke could have
right?
done just as good.
There's a reason why Tech was above everybody else's level.
Well, there they
Good Lord.
are. Kyle, you got, you want to,
Oh, we're already doing this? Oh, okay.
Wow,
Yeah,
This is
let's
it,
make
right?
our pick, man. It's a national championship. It's a natty.
yeah.
Are they
Yeah,
kicking
we
off
get to
yet?
say,
Are
like-
they about to start?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's time. All right. So,
Oh, this is easy. I want a red. We already know who I'm picking. Heck, if I really wanted the upset and take the lead or to tie Garrett in the pick'em record, if somehow the Miami pulled it off, but I'm going Indiana easily. This offense is too dominant. We haven't seen this good of an offense, God, in a long while. I feel like.
yeah,
I really like this offense. I'm going with Indiana.
yeah.
Huge blowout.
Kyle, since you're talking right now, Miguel says, Kyle, you're my only friend. Yeah. But Miguel,
Yeah, I know.
I'll be your friend too. Miguel, I'll
so
be
mean.
your friend.
Miguel, I'm your friend.
I won't be. I will.
Yeah, well, he's a good fan and fan of the show and college football. So.
Oh, if y'all can't tell what I'm wearing Kyle Busch NASCAR, but it's red. So
Hey, yeah,
Indiana.
We'll be doing some NASCAR too.
We hope,
yeah.
and we'll give y'all some live coverage from God, I can't even Circuits of America.
Coda?
Yeah.
Coda, yeah,
And Austin,
Circuit,
Texas.
of the Americas.
Yeah, hopefully we get in contact and we could drive a race car around the track one lap or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Because
so
we're
we
pretty
sitting-
famous.
Sitting by Chase Elliott and whatnot.
Garrett, this is a chance for either you take a couple leads and you get a couple games on us or not. It just depends on if you get who's going to win the final. So I still think we should have a final show just to show our final records and show some outtakes and stuff and recap of this national championship game next week.
No one's gonna watch.
Well, we'll make it real short. And Miguel,
Yeah, it'll be a
he'll
short-
watch.
Real short. Oh, really?
Hey, Connor Kling said, "What's up, guys?"
Oh, no way.
Hey.
Connor Kling. All right. Hey, our old neighbor down in Las Brisas.
Hey, Connor, how are you doing?
Connor? Yeah. So, all right, Garrett.
All right. My
give us
turn.
your analysis and your
All right.
prediction.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've talked about this game a whole lot. I think it's going to start off slow, kind of like we saw that Miami Ole Miss game. A lot of defense. Offense is trying to figure each other out. And then I think the offense is going to start throwing, especially the last 4 or 5 minutes of the second quarter. They'll start throwing the ball a lot better, moving the ball a little bit more. And then I think the second half, we're going to see the same long drives, a lot of scores. I personally think if Miami doesn't turn over the ball and they can create sacks and create turnovers on defense, they'll have a chance. But I just think this Indiana offensive line and this Indiana team overall is still that much better this year. I have a lot of respect for Kirk Cincinnati, a lot of respect for this Indiana team. I'm a believer in them now, and I'm sadly taking the Hoosiers to win the national championship this year.
The team that beat Ohio State. One of your yeah. Oh, there's
Okay,
Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Hey, Kaylee.
Yeah.
So, Kaylee, you're going to sit here and you're going to give us your pick. Who do you got, Indiana or Miami?
Okay. Go ahead and get closer to the mic a little bit.
Indiana.
Oh, okay. That's the fourth D, the quad D. Yeah, we'll have to
Thank you,
change it to
Kaylee.
quad D. So that was a special appearance by Kaylee Dieter.
Yeah, just a quick.
Yeah.
Just a quick. She was walking by.
So, well, the only
She didn't even
way-
live here. She was just walking by.
the only way I could catch you up on the record. This is really tough for me because I think Miami's been on a roll and they've been really rocking it. And because the only way I could catch up in a record to Garrett is if Miami would upset Indiana. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Indiana, the most complete team that we've seen, but Kyle said it earlier. You got Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, and this whole underdog.
And they're at home.
And they're at home, basically. Yeah, this whole underdog is really starting to, for Miami has went from, like that snowball. It just kept getting bigger and bigger, and they're rolling along. I'm going to take Miami for the upset, and and part of me says they probably won't win. But the other side of me says, hey, the underdog, in this case, you got the U, and you got them as the underdog. So I'm taking Miami. That probably, y'all probably looking at me like, there's just no way. But
Hey, you're not going to win the
No,
records
I
either
like
way.
the pick. I like
Yeah.
the pick.
So might as well go out with a bang.
Hey, yeah.
Well, he can
I can
tie
at least
me.
tie, and so
Yeah.
if we does that, so and then I
I
get
will say this, Dad. If you ever thought in your life you would be talking about a national championship game where Indiana is an 8-point favorite over Miami, I mean, when has
No.
this has never happened? Like, this is
yeah.
insane when you actually
For how
think
many
about it.
times Miami's been?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then you think Indiana is was the most losing team in college football history. So now they're the second
Hey.
most.
If Kurt
Yeah.
Cincinnati
And it's like-
was young,
Now they're playing for a national championship.
yeah, if Kurt Cincinnati was still really, really young, I would say he's going to reach Nick Saban's level. But I think
I mean, he's just signed an 8-year contract with Indiana.
yeah.
So he's still got a good bit. a good
Right
bit
now
of
in
time.
college football, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like Kurt Cincinnati's one of the best.
Yeah, and I think he's proven it ever since he's gotten to Indiana. You know how quickly that team has changed, that culture's changed, the discipline has changed. I mean, it's a phenomenal job. I mean, this is his second year at Indiana, and
Hey.
they made it to the playoffs, and now they're Big Ten champions, Heisman Trophy, and they have a chance to be the first time winner. I think this is the first time since like 1990s that we might crown a first time national champion.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Like everyone else that won the national championship has won before. This is one of the
Dude.
first times.
And the craziest stature to look at now is when he came over to Indiana, these were just JMU players.
Yeah, a lot of.
And then they added a lot of
JMU
extras
players.
on top.
Yeah.
But still, you're looking at it like that. And this is the greatest turnaround in sports history, one of them. 2 years to build a program to go to
Oh,
a
yeah.
national championship. It's one of the greatest.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Yeah, and
This
I mean,
is
even
almost-
when you think about.
This is almost up there with Miracle. Basically, when USA Hockey had to play the Soviet Union, basically. It's one of those crazy stories.
Yeah, and Indiana has a chance to go 16-0, and since this format, that we've seen with I believe it's been since we've had the 4-team format to the 12-team. I'll have to check, but I know for the 12-team format, there's going to be nobody that's undefeated, and so Indiana could be the first team to ever hit that number of 16-0 because nobody's played 16
Michigan.
games before. So 16.
Michigan might have.
Yeah,
undefeated,
yeah, but
I don't remember.
we know LSU when they won with the Burrow,
Yeah,
they went
19
undefeated, but not 16 games. So they'll be the first team to ever get 16-0 in a season ever. Indiana, the team that's had the most losses in college football history in D1. So, or one of the most losing teams ever in
second now. They're second now. I think they passed Northwestern or someone like that. But yeah.
Yeah. So
what was I going to say? But I mean, yeah, this is what NIL and the transfer portal is able to do for people nowadays. Dude,
this is
such a quick turnaround, and it's insane.
Yeah, I've got some comments real quick that I need to go over before we sign off, and I want to make sure I get those on air. And Connor Kling said, "Good guys, how are you?" Well, we're doing great, Connor. We're glad you tuned in. And then Miguel has some other comment. I'm going to have to get my reading glasses here. But
Miguel,
says,
what are you typing?
I'll even send Kyle my record so y'all can compare.
I know your record.
Miguel, and then Miguel says, get some fan interactions in. And then Miguel said, I agree with Garrett. If you would have told me about Indiana's 2025 season 3 years ago, I would have never believed you, and that's true for most fans.
Hey.
So, let me see.
They're predicting next year's national championship already.
Poor Coop. He was over on.
They got Oregon versus UT.
Cooper did comment on all three. In Miami with 3 turnovers, Indiana with 1 is what he's saying. Indiana wins the Natty. How do y'all feel about SEC maybe proposing a 16-team CFP?
Yeah, that's what
we did talk about that. So sorry, Coop,
I like the
I didn't
24.
get back over to you earlier. So Coop, I'm sorry.
More
about
teams,
that,
the better.
I say the more teams, the less people are going to be complaining.
Well, my opinion is you're gonna have people complaining either way.
No matter what.
I just think it'd be better for no matter what you do, because someone's still gonna get left out no matter how you do it.
24 is perfect.
I think 24 would be a lot of fun, and it would be good for the sport. I just think they need to shorten the season a little bit and end the season January 1st. But
no,
that's my opinion.
Make the season go all the way to spring. All the way to spring break.
No, we don't need this many weeks of college football. I love college football. I wish college football was all the time, but no, you gotta shorten it a little bit.
Yeah, nah. But looking at it, dude, I can't believe Dante Moore is staying. That is the craziest news I've heard. I for sure thought he was gonna go. He was gonna go second round or he was gonna go in the first round, like second to third pick overall in the draft, and he did not declare.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no guarantee he'll start, and there's.
He's
probably making just as much money in college.
Yeah.
As he is in
Do you
NFL,
think he's going to be the favorite though for the Heisman now?
I mean, he'll probably be early season favorite. Yeah, but
everybody says Arch is the favorite, but
yeah, but look at this year. How many of these guys were on the early season Heisman list? Not much of them. I mean, maybe Jordan Love, but besides that, I mean, not a lot of them were all early season favorites. So. Early season favorite kind of is it's fun to speculate about, but not that important,
Hey Gary, you
we
got
can
any?
Sit here and speculate that Texas is going to be great next year. But
do you got any takes with Chambliss suing college football or whoever's in charge for his eligibility?
Oh, because of his eligibility.
Yeah. So he's.
I mean,
I think that's crazy,
but taking it to the next level and taking his.
He's going to get drafted either way, so it's like.
I mean, I think at one point as a college football player, you got to know when it's time to step down. I mean, when you've played, 5-6 years, then your time is up, in my opinion.
I was like, but he's gonna get drafted either way, dude. You act like you're not gonna get picked up.
Team, so. Yeah.
Trust me, you're gonna make more than Sanders probably.
I know COVID threw a lot of wrenches and a lot of longer careers, but. I know when I originally came in the NCAA, I was told it was like you have 4 years, you got a medical red shirt unless you absolutely need it, and then you have a regular red shirt, but you usually only have a 5-year clock, and you pretty much have to be done by that time unless you get exceptions. So I think as a college football player, you should only be paying for 5 years, maybe 6 if you had like a torn ACL or something crazy happen. But
what's the exception with the red shirt? You could play only, 3 games, or is it 5?
I believe
forget.
college football I think it was 4. You could play in 4 games. And I don't think you can believe. I know for us it was like on the track side you couldn't play in any championships or conference championship games. So I don't know how that is in college football. I don't know how that plays into the 4 games, but I believe it was 4 games last time I looked.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
That's all I got to say is,
well,
but
that's all I got to say about
Hey.
that. Hey, make sure to subscribe and
I'm
like
happy with
there.
LSU's new quarterback. Sam Levitt is a dog. He's just like his head coach, it seems like, his mentality.
Yeah, he's a good player, so we'll see. But yeah, let's close up the show, and hopefully we'll have a post Triple D's
Yeah, we
after
have our
season
final
take
show.
maybe next week.
Maybe do a mock draft. I don't know. Have some fun with it.
Yeah, well, not necessarily. Yeah, talk about who's actually ended up landing and where, and the coaching carousel. It might be pretty much all.
And the
settled,
transfer
but,
portal
yeah,
should be final.
Yeah.
I think it ends tomorrow.
yeah. So
I think that's what I looked up.
we can get the recap of this and then get our final show.
Early. I think they have another late spring
They do.
No, they
window, I
don't.
believe. I thought they had a late spring summer window.
Let me look.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
pretty
he's
sure
gonna do
there's
that.
another window.
Well, and
I know for
big-
track there was.
Big
but-
thanks to Michael Butler and the San Marcos Insurance Agency Incorporated group, as we're here in the San Marcos Insurance Agency studio and bringing this live to you from Zorn, Texas, and we appreciate that. So, Kyle, you were
It says early January, 15-day window only for players for football, and then a spring window for basketball.
okay, that's what it was, basketball. All right, thanks for the
So
clarification.
15
We'll
days
see.
is crazy. They end. I'm pretty sure they end tomorrow.
So, to
We'll see how it goes.
Miguel, Connor, Kaylee Dietert, and Nicole, and Jonathan,
Coop.
and Coop. And we
Cooper, you should have
appreciate-
texted me back faster. You would have been our special guest.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you tuning in, and make sure to get the share, and also make sure to get the subscribe button out there and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel, and like and follow as well, and on Facebook. And we're doing it next week, I hope, and I think I've talked them into it that we can do one more. And
Let's just
get
do a
her
Sunday.
done.
No,
Get
I'm
her done, you know, but
joking.
and depending on how it goes, maybe I could catch up on it with my last pick there that I had with Miami. So go you, yeah, here we go. And
Let's see how it goes.
yeah, and we could be saying this quite a bit too. We could be saying,
This isn't soccer.
okay. I know it's not soccer, but man, when the
Wrong
goal has
football.
All right. Well, I guess
All right, let's get outta
that'll
here.
do it. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna leave. Let everybody get to bed, get ready. You got work, college, all that good stuff. And hey, we thank you for joining us tonight. God bless each and one of you. Garrett, tell everybody goodbye. Kyle, you tell everybody goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Please like and subscribe. And if you're at the square tonight, come get an autograph or picture.
Yeah. We're here live from the San Marcos Insurance Agency studio, and this is Hank Dietert. We're going to be signing off, and we're going to be telling you goodbye until next time. Adios, Maskut, Auf Wiedersehen. So, here we go. Bye-bye.